guys, welcome back. I have a kind of a fun video to share with you today. So this is going to be a video about reading an ARC book. So that's an advanced reader copy. So that's a book that's not technically out yet for the public to read, and I get to read it early. So I was really excited about this one, and I thought that before I read it, why don't I film and just film the whole process and tell you a little bit about the book and why I got it and that kind of thing. The other reason I'm really excited to share this one with you is because it is my favorite author. It is his new book that has come out, or is about to come out. It's about to come out at the end of this month. I'm filming this at the beginning of the month. It's about Nicholas Sparks. He has his own shelf right over here. These are all his books. Okay, these are most of his books. I'm missing, I think, 2 or 3 total, something like that. And obviously this new book that I have as an ARC. I do not have a physical copy. I have a copy on my Kindle of it. Here it is. It's called Counting Miracles, and I'll just probably pop the picture up for you so that you can see it in color, because Kindle does not come in color. And I'm clearly very obsessed with him, and I have never read a book by him that I don't like. I have read almost all of his books. I think just the 2 newest ones and then this 3rd one that I haven't read. So I was really excited about this. I went on NetGalley and I decided to just shoot my shot, try to request the book, see if I could get it. And I was just, it kind of put it on my brain, and I was like, I'm not going to get this. There's no possible way that Nicholas Sparks' team is going to allow me to read this book early. But I did end up getting accepted randomly. This was last month I got the news. And this month I was like waiting to finish up a couple other ones that were due sooner. And so I was planning to read it this month. And I'm just super excited to share this with you and to read it myself and to see what I think of it. So I just also wanted to show you my little ring I have here, because you're gonna see this a lot in the video. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just wanted to share this with you in case you do have a Kindle, because I am new to the Kindle game. As you've seen on some of my past videos, like you probably saw me actually get the Kindle, but I've only had it for not even a year. So they have this little device that you just clip onto the screen, and you just pair your little a ring with the device, and then you just click a button on your ring and it turns the page for you. So like I'm always propping my Kindle up on my bed or a pillow or whatever, and I go to touch the screen to turn the page and it literally falls over and I have to like fix it again, and it's so annoying. So anyway, got this little thing and it has absolutely changed my life. I am flying through books now, literally, like so fast, and I just spin it around on my finger like this if I'm like hanging out, and I just click it like that when I'm just have my hand like resting somewhere. So you'll see me use it throughout the video because I freaking love it, but I just kind of wanted to tell you about that in case you're interested in getting one. I think it is totally worth it. Let me give you a little bit of context of what this book is about. So we have a main male character, and he is raised by his grandparents. His grandfather is an Army Ranger, and he grows up and decides he's going to become an Army Ranger too. When he was a kid, they moved around a lot for his grandfather's job, and now that he has the same job, he's also moving around a lot. So he's kind of just like, they called him a rolling stone. He's a rolling stone rolling along. He's not ready to settle down. He has no interest in it. He's just kind of living his best life. So his grandmother, who raised him, passes away, but she tells him before she passes away the name of his father, who he never had a relationship with, didn't know, obviously didn't even know the name of his own father. So she leaves him with that information before she passes away, and now he's here with his dad's name, wondering if he should go chase after this dad that he never knew and try to find out who he is, or just stick with his life, or what's gonna happen. So that's kind of the gist that I read of a blurb on Goodreads. And I don't love to like fully in-depth research a book before I jump into it. I kind of like to just have surprises. So I didn't want to read any more than that, but that's the gist. And it sounds really good, and it sounds like it's going to be heartfelt, sad a little bit, just romantic. I'm sure he's going to find someone to fall in love with. That's my guess right now. And he's going to have to choose between chasing after his dad, who he never knew, which is going to be like heartbreaking probably, between like a woman that he ends up falling in love with that he wants to stay in a certain town with. That's my guess. I know nothing about this. I'm not sure. I have no idea. I mean, this dude could not even fall in love. He could not even meet a woman. I don't know, but knowing Nicholas Sparks, who is my favorite author, this is my guess based on that. So let's go ahead and jump into this one and see what I think. I'll let you know as I go along where the story's going, how I'm feeling about it, that type of thing. I'm really excited. So I'm gonna go read and I'm gonna take you with me. On this book so far. It is so good. Okay, so first of all, like, just jumping back into a Nicholas Sparks book is just like jumping into a pool on an 80-degree day, you know what I mean? Like, it is so warm and comfortable, and his writing style is just like his vibe. So it's kind of just like wonderful to just get back into a book that he's written. It's been a while for me since I've read a Nicholas Sparks book. So I thought we were gonna have a male main character and a female main character and then kind of go from there, have side characters, stuff like that. We do have that. We also have, so our female main character, she has 2 kids and they're very involved in the book. Normally I do not really like kids in books. I just feel like it doesn't really grab my interest. But in this book, I actually really am enjoying both of the kids and, you know, their parts that they play in the book. We're not getting their perspective, but we are getting our main character Tanner. He's our male main character. Our female main character Caitlin, we're getting her perspective, and then we're getting another fun perspective from this man Jasper, who's like our second MMC, and he's very interesting. He's full of secrets. He's full of mystery. We're getting his current perspective. We're also getting flashbacks to his past. Whereas the other 2 characters, we're only getting their current perspective as of right now. Maybe it will change as we go along, but so far that's what we're getting. And I'm just absolutely loving it. Each character gets their own chapter. Chapters are really long, and man, it is just such a good story. So Tanner comes to this town, and Caitlin's daughter Casey gets into a car accident with Tanner. No one's hurt or anything, but it is our meet cute of Caitlin and Tanner, and they end up meeting because the daughter crashed into his car and the mother had to get involved in that type of thing. So then they continue like a little friendship after that, which is kind of interesting. Tanner's there looking for his father that his grandmother told him the name of right before she died, and the town that he lived in. So he's there trying to find him. Then we switch to Jasper, who has been in this town forever. I'm not really sure how old he is, but I am thinking he's older. He's a burn survivor, so he has skin grafting that make him look kind of scary. At least that's what he says. So he covers his face anytime he's around people because he doesn't want to scare people off, which has happened a lot. And he's just very interesting. He's very mysterious. I know there's a lot of layers to him. I can already tell that. I really like him as a character. He has a dog named Arlo who's like his best friend. They do everything together, and I love a good dog in a book. Honestly, it gets me every time. But so I want to say like they're my favorite so far to read about, but the other 2 are also very interesting, and every time I'm reading about them, like, I cannot put this book down. It is really hard to put down. And normally I don't like long chapters, but for this book I'm actually really enjoying it because like each character, I don't want their section to end. So maybe I do look forward to Jasper's chapters a little bit more than the other 2, but honestly I'm really enjoying all of them, and I cannot wait to see where this story is going to go. I don't want to give away too much, so that's basically like our gist right now, and then as we go along I'll give you kind of less and less, but this is definitely, I think, gonna be one of those 5-star new favorites from Nicholas Sparks. I finished Counting Miracles and absolutely loved it. Rated it 5 stars. This was just such a classic Nicholas Sparks story, but just so much differently like crafted and written. It was just really fun to see his writing style and how different it is compared to some of his earlier works like A Walk to Remember or The Notebook. This one was just differently crafted, differently written. Obviously he's a different person now. He's more mature in his writing style. He's more mature in his crafting of a book, of a story, all of that. And that really came across on the pages of this book. I loved it. The story was just so heartfelt, as you would expect nothing less from Nicholas Sparks. Like I was saying, we had our 3 main characters plus our side characters, and I just loved all of them. Our main characters, 2 kids, like I love them too. They just like really helped to craft the story. They gave a lot to the story. And I think that's why I mostly don't really like kids that much in books, is because they just kind of are there. They don't really like give anything to the story. But in this story, they were like very needed, and I just loved how they were portrayed, their characters individually. I loved it all. It all just like went so well together, and all the mysteries and all the questions that I was having in the beginning and middle of the book got answered. We find everything out. Everything kind of just comes full circle and it just connects, and it was just like such an aha, like satisfying moment. It was a little sad. It did get some tears from me. It got some emotions from me, I'm not gonna lie. And it was just like, it was just one of those classic Nicholas Sparks, like, let me pull every emotion out of you while you're reading this book, you know what I mean? And I would highly recommend it. It was just fabulous. I'm trying not to tell you too much more about the story, because like it is just so interconnected and interwoven that I just really don't want to give too much away. But I think my favorite character was Jasper, and he was the man with the severe burns on his body, and we did find out how that happens. We did like find out his full backstory. Like, you do get it in bits and pieces throughout the whole book, and then kind of at the end it all kind of comes full circle and connects, and you just connect all these dots and you're like, wow, that was amazing. So I really loved how Nicholas Sparks did that, and he just kind of just really tied it all up with a pretty little bow. It's like very a real life story. Like, it's very real. It's very in your face. It's not this like happy sappy little love story, even though there is a lot of romance and we do get a love story. Like, you also have all these other elements in this book that were just so well done and well thought out and well executed. So I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I still cannot believe that I got to ARC read this. I'll put the date that it comes out on the screen for you. You could also look on my Instagram if you'd like to see a full review on it, because I always do those on Instagram, or also on Goodreads. You can find that as well. I always review all the books I read on there. This was super fun. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments. If you would like to connect with me, I post all the time on my Instagram, a lot more than on YouTube. So go subscribe. That's not a subscribe. Go follow me over there, and you could always send a message, because I love to interact with you over there. I try to post a new video here weekly. That's every single Friday. So make sure you check back for that, and like this video and subscribe and all that fun stuff. That's really it for this video, and thanks for joining me, and I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. I'll see you on the next one.